Hello, lovelies. So, I guess to start off, I will just say that this piece did not turn out how I was wanting at all. I struggled a lot with it, and it just was not working no matter what I could do. The second part of it wasn't nearly as bad as the first, but it still was not really, I guess I'm content with it, but it really wasn't what I was hoping for. I considered not even posting up this video, but I figured it gives me a good chance to talk about the negative aspects of art and being an artist and struggling and stuff like that, which is stuff you don't usually see a lot, especially on like social media sites and stuff like that. So I've been having a lot of issues with my hands recently. They've been very swollen, and I actually don't have my ring on anymore as I record this because it was just getting way too tight. I had to take it off. So as I tried to do this, it was very hard to keep the line work steady. I felt my hands felt very shaky, very unsteady, and I had a very hard time getting clean line work, which is probably a big reason why I'm frustrated with this piece, because that was kind of the main focus. So I had originally tried to do it in the micron liners because I thought with them being kind of a firm tip, they would be more control and would be easier for me to work with. However, I just did not like the way it looked. It looked very noticeably shaky, and so second I tried the brush pen, and I just could not get the depth of lines that I wanted with it. I guess I was putting too much pressure or didn't have good pressure control on it, and I just didn't like the way that turned out either. So for the second half of this piece, which will come into viewing later, I actually went with a paintbrush and ink, just straight out of the ink jar, which the results I was content with. Wasn't very happy. I wasn't like really happy with them, but it was better than the first part of the piece. I actually have been lining with brush or paintbrush and ink right out of the bottle recently. I kind of just started that, and I really am enjoying it, and so I'll probably be doing that more in future pieces. It has a lot of control and a lot of depth, and I really, really like that. But anyway, to talk about this subject at hand, which would be the disappointment and the struggle and negativity side of being an artist or being in the art field, and just kind of struggling with that in general, because that's not something lots of people talk about. And I love what I do. I love being an artist. I go to school for art. It's what I want to make my full-time career out of one day. But you definitely struggle a lot of days. You struggle sometimes with lack of inspiration. You struggle sometimes physically, which I was doing to this day, not being able to get my hands to do the lines the way I wanted them because of the swelling and stuff like that. Sometimes you struggle just with not being where you want to be, skill-wise. And when you're faced with the doubt and the negativity, is just try to use it to fuel it in a positive manner. And it's okay if you need to take a break. I guess that's another important thing that a lot of people don't touch on, is that it's okay for a few days if you don't feel like drawing, if you just want to take a step back. With this particular piece, I actually had to step away from it multiple times throughout the day. I had to step away, stop filming, do something else, because I was just struggling so much with it and just so disappointed I couldn't make my hands do what I was wanting them to do. So it's okay to step away from a piece for a couple hours, for a day or two. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you a bad artist. It doesn't make you uncommitted. Sometimes you just need a break. As an artist, that is okay. It is okay to need a break. You don't have to push yourself to work every single day. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I see a lot of artists that do push themselves to do something every day, and that works for some people, and that's great. But it's okay if that doesn't work for you and you need a break every now and then. That's all right. I definitely tend to get burnt out if I try to do a piece every day. Maybe in the future I will be okay with that, be able to do that. That's the thing, is that we change as we grow and as people. But it's okay if you can't do that. So that's pretty much just what I wanted to convey, was that disappointment is a natural aspect of any job or any hobby, or just life in general. You struggle with disappointment a lot, and that's okay. And the main important thing is that you don't give up. Don't let that disappointment cause you to give up or to stop doing what you love because someone said that you're not good enough at it, or yourself said that you're not good enough at it, or you don't feel that you can do it, or you don't feel it's viable, or just you don't give up on what your passion is and what your dream is. And if you don't want to be a full-time artist and you just want to draw as a hobby, that's fine too. You don't have to go in 100%. You're allowed to have art as a hobby. You're allowed to have it as a career goal. You're allowed to have it at all these different things. Just find what's in your heart and go after that. That's the most important thing, is doing something that you're passionate about. Because if you're passionate about something and you love what you're doing, it will come across to other people. At least that's what I hope. That's what I hope comes across in my work and in my life, that I am passionate about it. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for sticking through all of this rambling.